The best movie of the year so far and the worst movie of the year so far. Cool. Company Men. Now, I've been really excited to see this movie. Like, look at this cast. Ben Affleck, Tommy Lee Jones, Kevin Costner, Chris Cooper, and you probably haven't even heard of this movie. It is honestly one of the best casts I think I've seen. Well, it's on a long list of movies with the best cast ever. Okay, shut up. Honestly, I love all four of those actors. Deeply. All four of those actors are some of my favorite actors of all time. It's such a great cast. I'm really surprised that this movie does not rip any of these actors off. Kevin Costner is definitely not in it as much as the other three, but they all four are used well, and they all four give great performances. But the standout performance for me is the actor that is in it the most, and I think he does give the best performance of his career, and that is Ben Affleck. He really does a great job in this movie. I mean, Oscar nomination worthy. And this movie was pushed back. I'm going to consider it to be a 2011 film because it was not released to a legitimate audience in 2010. It was supposed to be released in like November, then they pushed it back to December, and then they pushed it to February. And it didn't even, and it's not even in my town. It is in 7 theaters in Omaha, Nebraska. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, and it's in 0 theaters, and it's in only a couple hundred theaters in this country right now. The question is it worth seeking out? I would say yes. Yes, it is. This is a really, really good movie. It kind of like takes what up in there, does it kind of captures, this current economic poop hole that we're in. It focuses itself around these 3 men that are fired from the same company. And Kevin Costner plays Ben Affleck's brother-in-law. These 3 men had different positions, they're all of different age. Chris Cooper and Tommy Lee Jones aren't that different in age, but Tommy Lee Jones is basically was really high in this company, and he doesn't need any more money. He's good. Chris Cooper is trying to support 2 kids in college, and Ben Affleck is apparently supposed to be 37, and he has 2 young kids. We have 3 interesting stories here, but most of the movie does revolve around Ben Affleck. All 3 of the actors do share scenes together, and they're all really, really good scenes, especially Tommy Lee Jones and Chris Cooper have really good chemistry. We're supposed to believe that they've been good friends for a while. I think the strongest part of the movie is capturing Ben Affleck's character. He's a really, really honest depiction of someone going through this situation. I said his performance is just phenomenal. I absolutely loved him in this movie. The movie is just really, really realistic, and it's really genuine. Like, there's just a lot of heartwarming scenes, and you really care for these characters. But if there's any problems with this film, is that I'm not going to give it away, but there is a character who has an affair. And it's an affair that spans out the entire movie. This movie spans about a year. And it's kind of up to you to figure out, how much time has passed since the last scene. It doesn't really give you much information. You kind of just have to figure out, oh, he left his wife, I guess. Just stuff like that, which it kind of gets a little ridiculous. Sometimes you want to know for sure how much time has passed because it could have been half a year for all you know. I'm saying there was an affair, and it is just completely pointless. It is, I'm trying not to give away what actor is, but it's an older man cheating on his wife with a younger woman. And no one in the movie even acknowledges it. It eventually ends, but no one, not even the character who's doing it acknowledges what he's doing and how it's wrong or anything. It was completely pointless, completely. There are a few scenes that kind of run away from awesome opportunities at some great drama. A big character in this movie dies, and the characters barely acknowledge it. You see the character leading up to dying, and then the next scene is the main character, leaving his funeral. That is it. They barely say anything regarding his death. Those are honestly the only complaints I have, really. Some of the dialogue is a little weak at times, but for the most part, the dialogue is actually really good, and I do recommend this movie. Like I've said, I am counting it as a 2011 film because it was not released to theaters until 2011, so this is the best movie of the year I've seen so far. I would definitely recommend it. Am I a bad son for making my unemployed father come and see this movie with me? If it means anything, he really liked it. It's a verging on great movie. I really did enjoy this movie. They put a lot of heart and realism in this film. It's just really genuine and a lot of great moments. And you really care for these characters. And great performances from all 4 of the awesome actors. Oh my god, this cast is great. And yeah, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Almost a 9, but 8.5. Unknown. I saw these movies back to back. It was like a leap off of a cliff down. The movie was just, it did nothing for me. It did absolutely nothing for me. It's not that it was really bad, because it wasn't. It's not like there were a lot of things wrong with it. I was just so uninterested in it. I was really surprised. The film flaunts the fact that you know absolutely nothing about this character, but I just didn't really work in that degree because I wasn't interested all that much. This guy wasn't interesting. And I love Liam Neeson. I mean, I love Liam Neeson. He is awesome. He was in Taken, and ever since Taken, he's just been on a roll. He's been making every movie possible, and he's just that action guy right now. But this movie, it's not bad, but it's not good. I forgot it like that, and I saw it last Saturday. I'm having trouble remembering anything. You don't need car chase scenes anymore. Unless, you know, it takes place with like zero gravity present or something. There's nothing else you can do with a car chase scene that we haven't seen before a million times. It's 2011. The story really is intriguing. Stayed, you know, interested in this film because I wanted to know, you know, how it was going to end, the conclusion, you know, this guy's past. And it's ridiculous. I read a book picking this film's plot twist apart. Could have been good, but the depth to it is just so implausible, and I usually don't complain about that, but it's just too unrealistic for me to buy. It's ridiculous. As much as I love Liam Neeson, as much as I love the concept of this movie, and it did have some good scenes, it starts out pretty strong, but after a while, there's just nothing special about it, and the plot twist is just so implausible that it doesn't really, you know, make up for the uninteresting portions of the film. And Frank Langella was unfortunately miscasted, and his character was just nothing to his character. Like, poor Frank Langella. Like, Frank Langella's awesome, but he did not need to be in this movie. He was wasted. It's not really an action movie. It has some action near the end, which is okay, I guess. But overall, it's just mediocre. It's not bad, like I've said, but it's not good. I wouldn't really recommend seeing it all that much. Some people do seem to really like it. Some people seem to not like it, like me. But for me, it's, like I said, it's just okay. Like, like I don't want to make it sound like it's a horrible movie, because it's not. But it just did absolutely nothing for me. Just while watching it, I was just like, you know what? I just hate how I am not as interested in this movie as I want to be. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. Nah, whatever. I can't put into words my feelings for that movie. It's kind of frustrating, because I really wanted to like it a lot more than I did. A really, really good movie, and then a kind of okay movie. So there's some stuff to see, kind of. I saw Just Go With It also, and that was pretty good. I'd give that a 6. It wasn't as bad as most people probably would expect it to be. And I saw The Mechanic, which is, you know, again, okay. I'd give that a 6.5. So, you know, everything out right now is just okay, you know. But Hall Pass comes out tomorrow, which I'm definitely going to see. I'm really looking forward to that. I love the Fairley Brothers comedies, and that does look pretty funny if you ask me. So, yeah. Cool. So 8.5 out of 10 for The Company Men, and 5.5 out of 10 for Unknown. Sweet. Yeah.